All right, this is another dealership car. 2017 ZL1 with a Procharger. Don't know exactly what else is done to it. It's got a, I don't know if it's an LME or a Frankenstein manifold on it with port injection and shit, but none of the port injections hooked up. It's got meth on it. It was nowhere even close to making a full pull or even running all that great when it got here. I'm just kind of getting it dialed in now. So I don't know. It made 395 the first pull. I want to say the first pull I made. I mean, it was probably 3,000 RPM, whatever. So 395, then it just made 468. Now I'm adding some fuel in up top. I don't know, the meth controller is like mounted down here, and the knobs are pulled off of it, so I can't even adjust it. I guess I'll have to like pull a knob off like one of our controllers or something, and I'm not sure what we got to do. It's just a little I guess that's whoever built this thing's way of having it so the customer doesn't mess with the meth. That was a little tongue twister there. I'm gonna make this pull, and I'm gonna try and keep an eye on the meth light and see if I can see when it or if it starts to spray the meth, and then we'll go from there. I just made a pull to 4,200, and it made like 9.7 pounds. So maybe we'll go to like 5,500 this time, maybe, hopefully. We'll see how this pull goes, and then we can go from there. I'm just talking to myself. Camera's not even on. .636, 682 torque. I went to 5,000 and it made 13.6 pounds. Slowly but surely getting there. I'm gonna make another pull because I didn't pay attention to the meth light, so I'm gonna see if the meth comes on. I purged it, so 819, 729. I guess the meth just needed to be purged. 18.2 pounds. All right, I'll be right back. Got some work to do this too in some other areas. All right, you can barely see me, but I'm changing the meth controller. If you can see, these f***ing knobs were just cut off, so you can't even adjust it. Don't know what it was set to. But it's the same controllers we use, which is easy enough because I can just unplug it and plug it back in. But it's just screwed in the f***ing dash, so I'm screwing a new one in now. Okay, that's installed, so I'm just gonna make a new pull with it adjusted, or with adjustments, so I can see where it's at and then adjust it and go from there. I'm actually gonna flash it because I made some adjustments. So, a lot of these cars that you'll see on here, like I said, you can buy them at Murray Chevrolet in Pennsylvania. We don't do all of them, but he sends us a lot. He would send us more if we could take them, but we told him only 2 at a time. So we just did a C7Z and a base C7. We didn't film any of that stuff. C7 had a blower and stuff on it, and then the Z06 I think was just bolt-ons with a pulley maybe. And then we have this ZL1 here. We have the guy who runs the dealership. He's got a silver CTSV with a 2650 and a bunch of shit on it. And then we have a GXP with a blower on it. Those I'm filming. It's actually pretty good air fuel wise. 836. 750 torque. It was only to 6,000 still, just because I wanted to make sure everything was good. $849 makes 21 pounds of boost. 849, 735. There's no way this thing's gonna be able to handle much E. 21 fucking pounds. It's a lot of boost. The fuel's actually not terrible. I'm gonna put some timing back in it. This blower is loud. I don't know what it is. It must be like a regular F1A and not a 94, because it feels pretty good down low. It might be a 94, I don't know. But usually 94s aren't this loud. This thing's loud. .885, 22 and a half pounds. Fuck. What blower's on this? Is it an F1A 94 or just a regular F1A? 747 torque. F1A 94. It's a 94. And can you see what pulley's on it? It should say it right on, like, on the front of the face of the pulley.
It doesn't say anything on the face of the pulley.
It's not stamped anywhere. It might be on the back side.
I think it got a K pulley on it.
It's not a Procharger pulley?
No.
Oh.
Oh, dude.
I know, it's making 22 and a half pounds. All right, well, whatever. It's got a 385, we think, on it, but it's 5 o'clock, so I'll see you in the morning. All right, just a quick little, like, semi-recap slash we're finishing this thing up. It's making too much boost, not too much boost, but it won't have enough fuel system to do flex fuel on this also. If it did, it would get like 20 to 25% E, so there's no point. It'll still have the sensor and everything on there, and it'll still be hooked up, but it won't, I'm not gonna do E on it, there's no point. It's just got a turbo guard on the blower, so it makes like 22 and a half pounds. If we were to put an air filter or something on that and knock it down 2 pounds of boost, or just change the pulley, whatever, we probably could do both, but we're just tuning, you know, what's given to us. So I'm just gonna make some final pulls on pump and meth in this thing, and then this thing's gonna be done. We'll see if we can make 900 right now. So I don't know if it'll do that. I think it made 888 or something yesterday, so maybe. At 901, 761 torque. But yeah, duty cycle there was 30%. And if you've heard me talking before, like 35 is like absolute max on these things. I'm just gonna leave this thing where it's at and call it a day. All right, this thing's good. On to the next. It's for sale. Murray Chevrolet, M-U-R-R-A-Y Chevrolet. They got a lot of badass shit. Later. I don't know how to tell if it's a 1900 or 2300. It's definitely got the fucking, obviously, the billet snout to fit a 102.
Brian, how many miles does this thing have on?
God, go through the menu on these fucking things. I don't know. 32,000.
Oh, okay. This thing is pretty nice.
Shit looks blue.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
It's fucking good E. It's 83% E.
Designer shit.
Designer.
It's weird that it fucking looks like that.
Sounds sick.
All right, this thing is a 2009 GXP. We've been doing a lot of work for Murray Chevrolet. They're in Pennsylvania. We didn't film like a lot of them, like, because a lot of them are just tunes and checkovers and stuff like that. If you go on their website, and I'll put the link below, they have a lot of stuff in stock, like a lot of like performance modded cars, a lot of C7s, like base C7s with cams and blowers, and a lot of V3s. I think last time I checked they had like 8 or 9 V3s in stock. They got this GXP which has like a 416 and a blower and shit on it. They got Chevy SS's with cams and stuff. They have like a lot of performance cars in stock, C7Zs. So like, if you've seen a couple cars floating around the shop that you didn't see videos of, that's why. We just didn't record them. But I just decided that we're gonna start recording them. Majority of them are in for mainly just tunes and stuff, because they buy the cars, they want them checked over to make sure they're good to sell. I'll try and pile a couple of those cars in like a single video, but this is the first, not the first one we're doing. First one I'm gonna record. I'm pretty sure it's a 416, and I don't know all the details on all of these cars because I don't even know if they know, but we kind of just go with kind of what we see, and then I tune it from there. I believe this is a 416 with a Maggie. I don't know if it's a 1900 or 2300. I think it's a 1900, but it's got a billet snout on it so it can fit a 102 throttle body. It's got flex fuel and stuff on it. So I have no idea how much boost it's gonna make. I have no idea how much power it's gonna make. We just took, it had full E in it when it got here. So we just drained the E out, put 93 in it. It's got 19% E in it. So as much as we could basically completely drain out and then fill with pump. So we'll see what this thing does. First pull on this thing, let's see what we got. Well, it's 10 over, it's there. So I'll be back when I get this thing like half cleaned up. After a few pulls, I kind of got it to make like a half a pull. So I'll try and make like 3/4 of a pull now, and then those guys just went to lunch. I don't have any of the other camera stuff on, so I'll just make a pull this, and then I'll wait for them to get back and finish tuning this thing. .628, 694 torque. Holy fuck, it made 17 pounds of boost. Holy fuck. It's significantly more than I thought it would make. Not that I had any idea what it would make, but generally on these like little Roots blowers, I mean, I guess you can push them if everything's forged and stuff, but that's a lot. But I mean, I only went to 5,700. I'll just roll with it and see what the hell happened. Obviously, I'm gonna make sure it's safe, etc. But I mean, if it's fine on that much boost, then I don't see an issue. But I am gonna pull some timing out of this thing because I did not expect it to make that much boost. All right, I'm gonna try and make a full pull on this thing. See what we got. .691, 693 torque on 18 pounds. I was at 6,300. I think it blew the wideband out. Did it blow the wideband out? Is it like not on there right? Because I think at the top it's like blowing it out and then going back in or something. Pretty stout for pump gas. Almost 700. But the AITs climb fairly high. Not necessarily high, but they start at 97. I'm gonna have them check the coolant. They start at 97 and they end at 137. So, pretty high. It's a problem with getting some of these cars. The dealer usually goes over them before they bring them here, but they don't necessarily know a lot of that stuff, but they just know, like, they just go over the basics and make sure it's good. And I think they'll put like new plugs and shit in it before they bring it here, etc., etc. But a lot of times they can't like hook this shit up and see anything. So like when they brought this thing here, I don't know if they flashed it back to stock. I wouldn't think so, but like they thought it had a bad map sensor or something, but in reality it just had full E85 in it and was not tuned for E85 at all. Didn't even have flex fuel sensor active, etc., etc. So once I did all that, it actually ran a lot better, but still. All right, Matt said it's full and it's pumping, so I guess it just obviously doesn't have the greatest coolant capacity on it. So I'll try and make a full pull and we'll go from there. I think the belt, when it gets hot, is making this thing lose boost because it just went right up at the top. So let me see if we can get a smaller belt or some shit on this thing. I'll be right back. All right, we got this GXP back on. We tried getting the next size smaller down belt and it wouldn't work. It was too small and it was causing the tensioner to go all the way full lock and it was hitting the thermostat. So we got the same belt back on there and it's just gonna have to do. the boost. Okay. The boost went up, then went down, then went back up again. I can see it in here too, actually. Well, if it does that again, we're gonna have to put a bigger pulley on it so that we can get this belt that's on there to be tighter. Better that time. It's 657, 693 torque. We pulled a bunch of timing because AITs, they weren't that hot. They were 145, so. $700 there, 701 torque, still pulls a bunch of timing. AIT's got to 159, which still is not crazy hot. This little blower's screaming. Makes fucking 19.5 pounds. Try and let these AITs cool down a little bit, but they're at 120 right now. 118. I'll see if I can get them down to. They probably won't drop much more in the next few seconds. Nah, I went back up to 120. All right, I'll see what this pull does. 117. $685. Yeah, it's just, they got up to 162 that pull. We're gonna leave that there and throw some E in it. You want to dump that E back in this thing? I'm gonna have to probably let this thing cool down, but I'm gonna make one pull on E. Even just sitting here, it's at 131 degrees AIT, so got 45% E in it. I'll make one pull and see what it does, but it's probably gonna pull some timing out up top, just because it's gonna get hot. But yeah, it got up to 158. So I'm gonna let this thing cool, and it's gonna be till tomorrow because I gotta go get some family pictures of the house. See you tomorrow. Okay, next morning, got a little more E in it. 52%. Let's finish this thing. Boost fell off again. It must not like this belt when it's cold. Yeah. We'll just make another one because it was fine after that. 729 torque though. Okay, let's try this again. $735. AIT's fucking screaming this thing. No, I don't know how much they wanted for this thing. 40 something, I thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like 43 or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Something along those lines.
That's a lot.
It's a GXP.
I know.
It's not a G8. If it was a G8, it would be a lot of money, but it's not. It's a GXP. I doubt it's going to make any more power because the only thing I changed is a little bit of fueling up top. And it's a little hotter, so I doubt it's going to pick up anything. But we'll see. It's about as much as it's probably going to make anyway. I'm just getting ready for some trans stuff, so. Yeah, 721, it lost like 10 horsepower. All right, this thing's done as far as that. I'm gonna check the trans. I'm just gonna do a 3-4 shift. Fault. I shifted way late. I don't have the lights on, so I couldn't see the tach. timing during the pull. I mean, it may not on the street, but certainly is on the dyno. I'm just gonna make a small change, and other than that, it's good. I'm not even gonna make another pull, honestly. Just because it was good there, I'm just tweaking it a tad. All right, 736, 727. Other than that, this thing's done. It's for sale at Murray Chevrolet. Later.